Today we have a very special guest. She's a writer, she's an artist, and more recently she's become quite a bit of an avid filmmaker. To share her thoughts and experiences, we welcome Pragya Pradhan.
Thank you.
Hey Pragya, I've been following your writing for a little bit now, but recently your movies have been quite a revelation. Very inspiring, touching a lot of deep issues. What inspires you? Where do you draw your inspiration from?
I think firstly, you can say that this inspiration is something that comes from beyond the mind. So it doesn't require a lot of thinking and analyzing, but it's a place within us, and the inspiration comes from your own energy, from your kundalini, which, because I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga, we've learned that it is the kundalini that gives us all that inspiration, all that strength that we have inside. And with that, the creativity flows. So I think you can say it doesn't have anything to do with the mind. You have to go beyond it.
Obviously, your latest venture is into filmmaking. Did you take any training in movie making? How did you get in, and how did all these ideas come to you?
Yeah, that's a funny thing. I actually have not done any training. I'm from a law background, so I would pass this institute, which was called the Film Institute, and I would look at it, but I never went there. So no, this thing, as I said, it's a creative process, and it happens more and more because we've come to learn, especially with Sahaja Yoga, that we have a center within us that deals with creativity. We have all of these qualities within us, and as we meditate more, as we go beyond the mind, that inner inspiration just flows, and the creativity just comes. Even somebody who's never done anything in the creative field, you'll suddenly find you'll be able to write, or you'll be able to even poetry, any kind of poem, film, all of this, just creativity flows, and it takes you in so many ways that you want to explore so much. There's so much inspiration, there's so much beauty, and you just want to go and touch that and share it with others.
A lawyer who likes to make films. Very interesting. Of course, I've been a big fan of your writing for a while now, and reading your books, your writing, but most recently you've been writing a lot of articles on the popular platform called Medium, where you talk about how people can face modern challenges with ancient wisdom. And you've recently authored an article called 7 Steps to Gaining Inner Strength. Could you share with the audience 1 or 2 steps and details so they can get a flavor for what you have written?
Nowadays, everybody, there's a lot of stress and there's not a lot of love. And one of the points, I try to make is, inspired by Sahaja Yoga, which has been given to us with so much love, is that how can we give love and compassion? And again, it comes down to this point that we have to go beyond the mind, because usually people will give love with a kind of condition to it, with a kind of judgment. And how you go beyond all that judgment, all that reaction, it's when you go into that silence. There's an ocean of silence within us. And when we are in that, it's just a still lake. It's completely still, completely silent. And then the beauty just starts to emit. You just see so much beauty, and you just emit it. People feel that love from you. They feel that compassion. They feel comforted. And then they know that that's that inner strength. That is your inner strength. So that is one of the things from all of these 7 strengths that we have. I mean, there are so many, and one can go on about it, but this is one of the things. Because love and compassion is not just a passive thing. It's something active, and you have to take it, put it into action, put it into practice, and it just happens. It just happens when you're meditating regularly. It emits.
So Pragya, one of the things that I admire is the work you're doing in collaboration with other organizations and other people. Obviously, you've been collaborating with UNESCO, several universities, even some schools. What motivates you to do this, and is it about sharing what you learned and your experiences? I'm curious to know.
Yeah, well, I mean, they say, when you share your joy, it multiplies. So it really comes down to that. There are so many people who have a lot of stress, and some people who think everything's going well, and then suddenly they land up in some kind of stressful situation. Whether it's a student, I mean, I can give you so many examples. Whether it's some official in the government, we've dealt with all kinds of people like that, and this is exactly what people need. The Sahaja Yoga meditation, which is the only thing that can really take you into that complete silent state, and your transformation starts. You start to transform, and all of that negativity that's in your mind, that's even physical, mental, it just goes away. It actually happens. And I have seen it with my own eyes, and I think that really makes me want to do it more. And along with so many others who are practicing this, with that collective effort we all take in this, so many people can be helped, and it actually works.
Pragya, thank you for sharing these special moments and your experiences with us. Very inspiring. If someone in the audience wants to get in touch with you, your team, and also support your work, how can they do that?
Well, certainly, I mean, we have a website, metaproduction.in, where you can see the videos, you can comment on them, you can reach out to us. And our whole team, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Instagram and Facebook, so you're welcome to connect. Thank you.
Thank you for spending these times with us and sharing your keys to success. Hopefully, it inspires many others to do similar things in their lives.